Hi, my name is Tori Bashilin, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a 3-month marketing plan that I developed for the Covington YMCA. I began by first defining my target audience, and then I developed 3 goals and objectives in order to reach that specific target audience with tactics to accomplish each. Then I developed a schedule and budget to outline each tactic, and then finally I used evaluation methods to ensure the success of each. So a little bit about the client. The Covington YMCA is a small branch of a larger organization called the Young Men's Christian Association. The organization initiated in 1844 to create a space for Bible study and prayer for young men, and now its mission is that they are open to and serving all, and they just never want someone to be turned away due to an inability to pay. They provide a space for people to stay physically active and be a part of their community. They have gym memberships and fitness classes and programs like youth soccer, after-school care, a swim team, and even adult sport leagues like kickball. Right now, the biggest issue the YMCA is facing is funding. They actively do try to solicit funding through fundraisers and advertising, but it definitely still is their biggest need. Their communication budget right now is $1,200, and their main medium of communication with their audience is definitely social media. They've grown a lot since their humble beginnings, and they want to continue that growth while maintaining their core values of serving all and never wanting to turn somebody down for financial reasons. But in order to do that, fundraising is definitely going to need to be their best friend. In the future, the Covington YMCA wants to expand and grow and to provide a space for wellness and community for as many as possible. They want to be able to support the needs of the community and the natural growth of their organization without fear of not having enough funding. Families are definitely the core of what makes up the YMCA community, so we're definitely going to be targeting parents between the ages of 35 and 44. 22% of Covington's population is within that age range, and 28.4% of households in Covington are families. People within this age range are usually looking for new things to do, which the YMCA does a great job at providing. So our first goal in order to promote growth in this organization and to reach the target audience is to create awareness about the Covington YMCA and its programs within Covington's communities of families. And tangibly, that would hopefully look like increasing media coverage by 40% before March 31st. Our second goal would be to appeal to the target audience of 35 to 44-year-old parents more, and that would look like increasing the amount of 35 to 44-year-old parents who place their kids in our programs by 10% before March 31st. And our third goal would be to increase donations and funding in order to support their mission of never wanting to turn somebody down due to financial reasons and just the natural growth that takes place in their organization. But so hopefully we would increase donations by 10% before March 31st. So in order to achieve the first goal of creating more brand awareness, I propose that we update the YMCA's brand identity and post content regularly on Facebook. 77% of people between the ages of 30 and 49 use Facebook, making it the most efficient and effective way for reaching our target audience. The YMCA is fairly identifiable as is, but they could definitely use an update to help differentiate themselves from the greater YMCA, as well as just make themselves more visually appealing and eye-catching. If a brand has a memorable and more consistent tone, that definitely lends itself well to not only getting, but keeping an audience's attention. In order to achieve the second goal of appealing more to our target audience, I think that developing and implementing 2 new programs geared towards kids whose parents are within that age range would definitely help achieve this. Developing and advertising 2 new programs would successfully pique people's interest. 2 of the most effective ways of getting people's attention are through surprise and curiosity, and 2 new programs would certainly do that. And in order to achieve the last goal of increasing donations, I think that holding a community field day using one of the YMCA's own facilities could be extremely effective in not only raising funds, but also building rapport and engaging with the community, whether they're members of the YMCA or not. If the YMCA could find it in their budget to increase their communication expenses, they could begin to see a lot of expansion and growth, specifically within their target audience. Right now, brand awareness and participation is not as high as it could be, and this is because they aren't marketing properly. Brand identity, consistent social media, and updated websites are all crucial in appealing to this specific target audience and in attracting new customers. The schedule and budget takes into account all areas of expenses, including the labor and salary of the marketing manager who would oversee all of it. Each tactic is broken down and into steps of completion, and each step has a different amount that it would cost, as well as a timeline of what implementing them might look like over the course of 3 months. For example, the first tactic is to update their brand identity. We'll take the first 2 weeks of January to research, the second 2 weeks to brainstorm, the first 3 weeks of February to work on designs, the last 2 of which we'll start designing and ordering new corporate stationery. The next 3 weeks we'll be working on the new website, and the last 2 weeks would be used to roll out the new brand identity and update the social media. When it's all said and done for this specific tactic, we would be looking at spending about $22,000 on everything. This includes labor, as well as the design process, updating things like stationery in the website, and then rolling out the new designs on the social media. Next, in order to evaluate the measure of success of each of these objectives, we've designed a couple surveys and organized a focus group. In order to evaluate the success of each objective and to really understand the wants and needs of our target audience, we'll need to go beyond just crunching the numbers and seeing if we met our goals at face value. We definitely really need to try to grasp the values, attitudes, beliefs, and motivations of our audience and seek to understand why they do or don't engage with our organization or why they donate to us, so that we can continue to ensure their satisfaction as well as seek to gain new customers and make them satisfied as well. I highly encourage you adopt and implement this plan with your mission of wanting to engage with your community, be open to and serving all, and be available for people regardless of their financial situation. You will definitely have to grow, and in order to grow, you will need a means of doing so, which includes increasing brand awareness and appealing to the strengths of who you are as an organization, as well as your target audience of families. People need to know you exist, and they need to know why you exist. If they can see the heart behind what you do and engage with you more, whether it be in person or via social media, you will effectively capture the hearts of the people in the community, encouraging them to get involved with your organization either financially or participatory. And I really think that this plan can help you do that. Thank you.